All right. Woohoo! Happy Monday. Wait for some more people to pop in before we get started. Let me sage the cards. What's going on, Bill? How are you? How have you been? I love the cards. They don't lie. They're just confirmation. Oh my gosh, yeah. Hey, Marley. I got your text. Ooh, I love sage. It's been so long. I misplaced my sage bowl. And tell you what, it really makes a difference with energy. Sage my phone. Sage you guys. Don't mind me, I'm just playing. Trying to figure out. There we go. Hey, Cassandra. How are you? Oh, that's great, Bill. I'm happy that you've had some time off. Man, you were on a long streak for a while of working hard during the holidays. So glad to see that you're able to enjoy yourself a little bit. That's great. Oh, woohoo! So welcome Monday night. What's going on? January 11th, 11, 111, 11, 111, 111, 11111, right? So it's so funny. When I looked at my phone today, I was just checking some messages and I looked down and it was the date, 111, and then the time was 11:11. And I was like, of course, that's awesome. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Oh, so good to see you. I was just looking at our Christmas pictures and remembering how fun we had and how it feels like it was like 3 weeks ago. It feels like it was months ago. But yeah, things are great here up in Chicago, here on the lake. You know, it's cold. And we had about 20-degree weather today. So apparently there's a polar vortex coming. I don't know if I believe it because tomorrow it's going to be 40 degrees. Mystical musings. Yeah, manic Mondays. That's right. Yes, Nikki, that was so fun. So fun. Oh, man. I was, last week I had talked about how I wanted to touch upon quantum physics a little bit. Obviously, there's so much out there. I'm only going to go over some things that I found that were interesting, some tidbits and some sound bites I think that you guys will like. And we start building as we go through this year to keep learning and evolving with each other, right? So the first thing I wanted to say is about quantum physics and living on a quantum level. I'm sure everyone has been, go ahead and you guys, if you have questions, pop them in the chat. But I'm sure everyone's been talking about, the collective consciousness, we've all raised to the 5D, et cetera, et cetera. And some people are, saying, hey, we're still here. What this is really just an awakening of everyone coming into, it's not the age of Aquarius. I don't know the exact dates, but we are in Aquarius energy for the next however many years, at least 2.5. in this transit we're going through, which is great. I mean, as a fire sign, I feel ignited. Finally, I felt like I was kind of like climbing through the mud through all of the Capricorn energy, which is an earth sign, which isn't the best for a fire sign. And based on some of the transits that I have in my natal chart. And so I feel ignited. I feel, excited to see people on social media, like especially on TikTok. I hang out on TikTok a lot because it makes you feel good, and a lot of people are talking about how they have these experiences now of, coming into spirituality and understanding their inner being and everything, which is super great. So to kind of take that to the next level is all about quantum physics and living in a quantum timeline, because time doesn't really exist. I'm sure you're starting to realize that, because after last year, you can tell how things don't really feel the same anymore. We don't feel like we're on a clock. And, unless you're clocking in and out of work or whatever. But yeah, it's interesting because the way quantum physics living in that, let me figure out how to say this. Okay. You have a decision to figure out what timeline you want to live on, what version of yourself you want to live in every single moment. And I was thinking about it, and this is how it's transpired in my life. And I'm sure I was listening to Dolores Cannon earlier, a couple of days ago, on quantum physics. And basically, so when you're in the moment, and we have an option to keep living on the hamster wheel of decision making based on subconscious things that we have going on underneath the surface emotionally. And once we are able to recognize the subconscious things that are coming to the surface and healing them, AKA healing the inner child, things like that, letting your inner child speak, it really gives you an opportunity to focus in on not living the same patterns that you've been living, the same tapes that you play in your head, the same movies that you play in your head, right? And so an example would be if you went to a coffee shop and you had an opportunity to say hello to the next person standing in line, and maybe you could tell they weren't having a really good day, and you just know by just offering, hey, how are you, or just something funny would lift their spirits. Or you could go on your antisocial path, which a lot of people like to do because it makes them feel uncomfortable to be outwardly, communicative, and keep going in this pattern. Let's just say that you feel more comfortable being in this lane of not being communicative, not talking to strangers, living your own world, especially now that we're all wearing masks out. It's literally taking all of our senses and combining it to just our eyes. And so it's easy to not recognize when people are around us and how they're feeling. And you could, a layer of you would think about, hey, I'm going to go talk to that person, just say hi. I can tell they're feeling down, just want to give them a little peppy, whatever, tidbit of positive energy. So there's a layer, right? So you just now created another layer of yourself you could live, right? Or you could continue on being on the path that you're on and being non-communicative, or you could mix something all together and maybe buy them a coffee. You're in line ahead of them and you say, oh, what would you like? Right? So now you have 3 different versions of yourself that you could live in that very moment. And we do this so much that we don't even know how many decisions and how many thoughts are going on in our head that we are able to always decide in the moment, right? It's easy to go on autopilot when you're stuck in a subconscious pattern of, this is how things are going to be. This is my role in life. This is what I'm told to do, and with Aquarius right now, with all this Aquarius energy for the next few years, it's all about kind of like, forget it. What goes, goes. Be wild and crazy. Be shot out of a cannon, like with creativity, and be yourself and do things that you normally wouldn't do, because it's going to make you evolve and grow to the next level where you are now living in that life that you want, right? So say if you want to live in a house in the Caribbean and also have a house in Hawaii and a house in Italy, right? You've got to start adapting that mentality, and that's how you would treat yourself. That's how you would treat others, and you would spend wisely, but also spend money without being scared to spend money, and when you know that you have to spend money, a lot of people get scared, and that's why they end up making the same salaries their whole life, is because they're sitting there scared to spend money, and they're just holding onto it so tight, kind of like the Four of Pentacles, the card where he's holding the coins so tight that he isn't letting anything in or out, and is just kind of like anal retentive and scared. Releasing that energy and knowing that the universe and God always has our back in our best interest, and things will always arrive in perfect grace and time is where we need to be. That's the energy you need to live to be in a quantum physics level, right? And so there's so much to go on about this. I'm still learning, and actually Dolores Cannon even said there's so much that we cannot comprehend as a human mind how to live in this quantum layers, right? So that's kind of that's like the snippet that I took away from it, is basically being more conscious in the moment and making my decisions on how I could better myself and better people around me. And so when you are in a space that you are feeling guilty or remorse, you're living in the past. And that's the life, that's a layer of yourself that you're starting to live, right? You're making that decision. And when you're starting to think about the future too much, you're getting anxiety, you don't know where you're going to live, you don't know what your next job's going to be, et cetera, et cetera. Now you're living too much in the future, and you've created another layer. And all of these versions are living up their own pattern at that moment in time, right? So you get to choose which one you want. So I saw a really great quote, and I wish I could take credit for it. It's super awesome. It says, it was similar. It was like looking in the past is this, looking in the future creates anxiety. When you don't know which way to look up and just look at the sky. Okay. What I took away from that is when I feel good, when I'm outside and I'm out in nature and I'm really just like taking in all of that energy and feeling the trees and the breeze and all of the positive, oxygen from the trees, all the positive energy. There's actually this thing that pine trees emit that lift your spirits, that give you endorphins, and just by being out in nature. So I just thought it was really interesting. I really hope that gives you some food for thought, because there's a lot of layers into that, but basically it's all about living in the moment and living in the present, right here, right now, and catching yourself. Sometimes it takes 4 days to catch yourself. Then you say, okay, I'm going to wait. I'm going to catch myself in 3 days. You can get it down to a pattern where you can start catching yourself in the moment. When you're in the groove, right? But when you fall out of it, then you have to kind of start back over and retrain your mind. Even today, I was catching myself, and I caught midstream. I'm like, no, I'm not thinking that thought. I am not my thoughts. I'm going to be in the present moment and be grateful for everything that I have right here, right now. So, woo! What do you guys think about that? Have you guys ever thought about anything like that? Let's see. Whew. It's so, every time I go live, I'm literally like so completely jazzed. Cool. Let's see. Cool. Cassandra, I got you. Bill, I got you. For readings, awesome. I wrote your name down as Bill's, plural. Let me grab some water. Okay, so I'm going to go through the signs really quickly. First of all, I just did a quick collective message for everybody that was tuning into the quantum physics train of thought. And the card I pulled out was your dreams need a practical plan, right? And it's all about planning and also letting your dreams, knowing that you have that foundation. Yes, you did just watch the Kirsten Brenner version of The Secret. Yes, I would love to be on one of those movies. Wouldn't that be great, you guys? That all of a sudden, I have my name down at the bottom. It's like Kirsten Brenner, spiritual coach and guide or whatever, and I'm talking about this, and then it morphs into a whole movie scene with different things on how to manifest and being out there with the different layers of yourself and different, sections of a scene. Oh, I can totally visualize that. See, you guys, I'm going to be on film and be a spiritual speaker. Said it today on Oh, maybe that's a sign too. But yeah, so that's right. It's all about visualizing. See, and I just painted the picture with you guys, and you guys are definitely going to be there and be in the audience too. You're all invited. So, and the reason why the universe is saying your dreams need practical plan right now is because you need to get into that, your intuition. I said this on one of my TikToks. I have a quickie playlist that I posted my TikToks on YouTube. You know what? I'm so over YouTube. Listen, 40 views versus 6,000 views. I wonder where I'm going to spend most of my time now. YouTube. I'll still do all my shows on Monday night for sure. But on one of the TikToks that I posted on YouTube was talking about getting into that dolphin energy and getting into that intuition, just like a dolphin. When a dolphin knows exactly where to go, using a sonar, which is their internal guidance system, right? And they just know exactly what's going on around them, and they go what they need to do. They don't get distracted by shiny objects or by fear factors of everything that's going on right now. There's a massive amount of fear trying to control everything. And that's why it's really important to step into your own power and do what makes you feel good right here, right now, again, in the present. Oh, Bill, I totally just planted this seed. Beep. I love it. And so overall, this is what this is coming down to, is the overall advice that I'm getting for the message for the collective is that it's all about energy work, paying attention to where you're putting your energy, right? So it's like, are you spending time on worrying or thinking that you can't travel, what's going to happen on your life? You can't do that. You've got to step into the power of, you can create everything you want, literally, especially right now. As we've gone through this past year, I'm sure everyone's realized how much value it is to spend time on your own and with people that you love, and have quality people in your life and not quantity people. You know, that's super key. So yeah, it just takes about paying attention to that essence and tuning into it. So that's the reading for the collective, okay? All right, so I'm just going to pull, I think I'm going to pull 2 cards for each sign, just so we're not online all night tonight, so I can get to the personal readings. So we'll start with Aries. Aries is interesting. The finances are the key and the focal point this week, and it's all about not letting the past hold you back. And when you have a brilliant idea, Aries, sun, moon, rising, you need to go with it. Think about it like this. If you're looking to start a project and you're scared to, invest, I don't know, $50 a month on a platform, isn't that $50 you'd spend in Starbucks, right? So use your money and your resources, Aries, this week on things that are actually going to bring you stability and ways to find passive income and get things going, right? Because when you're spending money on coffee and food, nothing wrong with that. But if you guys think about that energetic exchange, it's a very, it is a short-term investment, right? You drink it, it's gone, evaporated, flushed out, So I think that we all need to start getting into the mind frame of investing in things that are going to bring us stability and a foundation. So that is, that's what I have for my Aries this week. That's so crazy. Woo! Throwing it down tonight, you guys. All right, so Taurus, sun, moon, rising. Ooh, balancing spirituality and practicality. Make sure you're grounding yourself this week and also letting yourself explore things that make you feel good. And the reason why, I feel like there might be something going on this week where you're feeling a little bit under fire. And so in order to not react to something that's bothering you, Taurus, sun, moon, rising, or Venus, is to really ground yourself and use your spiritual gifts and inner strength to deal with issues this week. So if there's something coming up for you this week, Taurus, that you're having an issue with, it's important for you to really just breathe. And if people don't like to meditate, you don't have to meditate. Some people like to go driving for hours. You kind of get in a meditative state, right? So if that's what's going to work for you, then let that be your guide. That's what I have for Taurus this week. Oh, I'm sitting here humming. You guys, you know, on a Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, cool, Nikki, I got you too, girl. Reading for you. You know, in Nightmare Before Christmas, when the mayor's like, and he's just like, this is Halloween, and humming. I don't know why I like to do that, but it just feels fun. Okay, so Geminis. All right, we have Believe in the Impossible. Geminis, this is cool. This is good energy, because if you're trying to manifest something, a project or a date or a person or something, and the cards are starting to fall out, we all know what that means. That interesting. I pulled the vows card. So there might be an opportunity. I don't know. I feel like this could this is definitely more love. I mean, a vow is kind of taking a job, but it's just more of a vow. So I feel like Geminis, this is a little bit more focused on love for you this week, and believing that you can be with the partner that you seek. You are the one, and what you're seeking is seeking you, right? And a good mantra is, I am the one, and what I'm seeking is seeking me, and I now remove all the blocks that stand in the way. And you say that morning, noon, and night, you will manifest what you want. But especially this week, Gemini, you need to focus in on that energy, because that's going to happen for you. That's exciting. All right, so now we'll move on to my Cancers. What's going on? Mystical musings. Love it. Ooh, okay, let me pull another card so I can get the whole message. Okay, interesting. So for my Cancers this week, oh my gosh, mystical musings. I almost feel like this is a personal message to you, or there's a personal message coming through. But I feel like you need to have that, surround yourself with that motherly energy that's going to tell you everything is going to be okay. And things are going to manifest, and you need to keep faith in your dreams. Think about when you're little and you're reading a book, you know, you're a bedtime story, and you're with your parents, mother or father, whatever. And they're, you know, they always say, have faith in your dreams. And you're like, yeah, that's so great. I have faith in my dreams. But as you get older, you start thinking, how is this going to manifest, right? I think that this week there's something that is on the table that needs to be action taken toward to make it manifest, right? In order, we can have these great dreams and have the support of a parental figure, either watching down from you from heaven or in your physical 3D life. But you need to take a step forward in making it happen. So if you have this inkling to write a book, go write the outline tonight or this week. Just put yourself on a timetable and just get it done, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting for Cancers this week. That's really cool. It's interesting. The energy is so different this week. Okay, Leos. What's going on, Leos, sun, moon, rising? Okay, Leos. This isn't hard for a Leo to do, but show the world the real you, okay? But you know what, Leos? I feel like maybe you might be taming that inner lion too much this week. I think that you need to let it out, let it loose. Yes, and I pulled the Atlantis card, exactly what I pulled for the collective. Getting into that dolphin energy, getting in that playful mode. Think about when you see dolphins, they're always playing and having so much fun, right? And they're just, you know, frolicking around in the waves and doing whatever and surfing. You need to get in that energy this week, Leo. That's really what's going to lift your mood, and that's what's going to make you step out. Retta Lynn, hi, how are you? You guys meet Retta. She's so cool. She was on my YouTube live. I mean, not YouTube, my TikTok live. I don't even know what day that was. It was the day I hit 1,000 subs. Last Tuesday. So happy to see you here. So Leos, the message for you this week is step out, show the world the real you, and really get into that playful energy, because that's what's going to keep you grounded this week is by letting yourself going out and having fun. Okay. That's what's going to help keep you, everything that's going on. That's, I don't know. I just keep hearing that's what's going to keep you grounded. That's what's going to keep you grounded. So cool. So we have Virgos. Woohoo. Do we have any Virgos in the house? Listening on the live show tonight. Okay, Virgos. Interesting. Have faith in your dreams, just like Cancers. Okay. So let's see what the other card pulls out just to see what the message is. Okay, Virgos. Interesting. The unrequited love card is pulling up for you. So I'm really kind of feeling for this week that there might be something, either love or something that you haven't fully let go of or given yourself forgiveness for to move forward. But if there's something that you want, or there's an unrequited love that you want, you need to go out and get it. You have to have faith in your dreams and put a practical plan together. But if you co-create with the universe and listen to what the universe says this week, it will move you forward in the right path. Okay. So, I don't have much for career for Virgos this week. It's all about unrequited love and really mending that inside yourself. What is that in your inner child that is needing to be healed in order to move forward, either in a new relationship or going and finding the person that you feel this beautiful, loving, unrequited love with. But you can't stay in that energy forever. It's really not healthy to be in unrequited love. It's just not. You know what I'm saying, yo? It's talking to you, Virgos. Like I'm like, yeah, yo, you know what I'm saying, yo. Oh, here it goes. Here comes the Aries coming out all of a sudden. Libra. Oh, cool. Retta, that's cool. Gemini. Ooh, okay. So, well, 3 cards popped out, so I'm going to pick the one I think call out to you. Okay. It's a time to rather give than take. Okay. So balancing out the emotions. And if you're getting too much in your head and not wanting to give love and, beam your heart chakra out into the world, Libras, I feel that you need to really balance that out. And you're a Libra. That's what you do. You're the scales in the zodiac. So you need to balance out that energy to really, get in tune of what it is you want. So let me get the other card before I go way down a deep path. So the trees card, so it's telling that you need to get out, you need to give your energy back to the universe, get out into wilderness. The reason I'm totally stumbling all over myself. I had a big latte an hour ago and I'm just like, bzz. But the reason why it's saying to get out into nature and give back to the universe, because the universe is saying, we want to feel your energy. The universe wants you to beam your heart chakra out into the world. And so when you're out in the wilderness and the trees, this is all about heart chakra. It's green, it's beaming the sun, beaming your inner light out. And you have, with this card, a time rather to give than take. It's a very much, it's very much focused on the heart chakra as well. So, Loretta, I love it. I give everybody nicknames on my TikTok live the other night based on where they're from. Do you know your moon sign or your rising sign? That's what I do, as I get nicknames. Okay, so Scorpio. I know we've got a Scorpio up in the house. All right, let's see what's going on for my Scorpios this week. See what the messages are. Ooh. Okay, Scorpios, the angels are saying you need to bring love into a situation that is bothering you because you have the inner wisdom of knowing what this is and how to pierce through all of the emotions and the thoughts that are not yours. But you need to bring love into the situation in order to see clearly because you know what? Do you guys remember the movie The Last Unicorn, where it was all about the unicorn was just out there in the snow, and you had like Tom Cruise is the devil. I think he was the devil, and I think David Bowie was in it too. And it's all about with this innocence moving forward and piercing through the silvery storm of all the negativity, all of the thoughts that you have in your head or someone else's head, and just getting to the situation by coming with a foundation of love. Like, surround the situation in love. Oh, that's awesome. Loretta. Love it. I love it. So that's what I have for Scorpios this week. All right, so now we'll move on to Sagittarius. What's going on, Saggies? All right. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Messages for this week on this awesome day. Okay, Sagittarius, you need to be working through your fears right now. You need to make sure that you're focused on not your mental thoughts, but on what makes you feel good, because that's what's going to help you get out of that emotion. There's nothing worse. It's so interesting. The trees card pulled out for you too. So you need to get out in nature and get back in touch with yourself, because that's what's going to ground you. Think about when anybody in the room who's listening, or even if you're listening to this after the show, it's all about when you sit down and ground yourself, don't you feel so much better? Like today I was kind of feeling a little out of sorts and it was cold. And so I went for a walk, but it was freezing. And so I came home and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to play around, and I made some music and it lifted my mood. All of a sudden when I was finished, I was like, wow, I feel so much better, because I got into that creative energy and stopped thinking my mental thoughts. So I feel that Sagittarius, it's all about working through your fears and recognizing that they're fears and saying, okay, these are fears. So either there's something I need to heal a little bit more, or I just need to get out of my own way. But in order to do this, you need to focus in on being grounded. So that's getting back out into nature, Sagittarius, or go on a vacation if you can. Sagittarius love to travel. Don't they? Okay, so we will move on to Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn's in the house. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You guys, this is the third time this card has popped up. Have faith in your dreams. Okay, so I feel like a lot of people who, have a lot of Capricorn in their chart, or we just got through 2.5 years of all this slow molasses Capricorn energy. It's all about getting through and having faith in our dreams and moving forward. So it's funny that that's the Capricorn message right now. Yeah, that is your moon, mystical musings. And it's funny how that is the Capricorn reading, is have faith in your dreams. So another card is spouse. Okay, this is interesting. So maybe you've been wishing upon something coming to fruition and moving to the next level, finding the right love in your life. Maybe coming into this year, you're thinking, you know what, it's worth it for me to put the energy into finding the right partner, just not just a partner. I mean, that's very unlike Capricorns anyway. They're very hard workers, but I do feel like that's the energy this week for Capricorn, is to have faith in your dreams and focus in on what you want, not what you don't want, because the universe doesn't know the difference between I want this or I don't want this. The universe is just like, okay, granted, you just said you like purple. You said, well, no, I said I don't want purple. Well, I don't know the difference between can and can't, or want, don't want. So here's purple, here's some purple flowers, right? Something like that. So that's Capricorn. All right, Aquarius, aquas. Okay. Aquarius, confidence is the key to your success this week. So stepping into that Leo energy and getting into that this is my kingdom. I got my queen. Yeah, I got my queen. I got my king. I have my crown. That's the energy you need to be in this week, Aquarius. Which it isn't hard for Aquarius using that fire energy, but interesting. So Aquarius, I'm getting the High Priestess or Priest mode. Keeping your cards close to your chest and keeping into your own inner world, not telling people what your plans are, because everyone will try to figure out how to talk you out of them, or maybe give you ways to procrastinate or distract you. It's really staying in that energy of that inner knowing that you're on the right path, and that you have the confidence, what it's going to take to succeed this week. You just need to keep reminding yourself of it. So do things that make you feel good. And if that is, going and getting a massage or doing a salt float or getting a root beer float, whatever it takes, do it. Make yourself feel good. It's going to give you confidence this week, Aquarius, and help you step forward in all of that energy that you're looking for. Okay, last but not least, I know we have a Pisces in the house. Woohoo! Pisces, sun, moon, rising. Okay, so Pisces, believe in the impossible. I love it. I love it. That's so great. That's right, Marley. Woohoo! Because believing in the impossible is something that's coming around in a blue moon. And I love it. And the spouse card popped out. You guys, there is a lot of love going on this week. What is happening out there? This is great. So Pisces, have you been focusing in on trying to find that love partner, getting rid of all the playas and all the, F-boys and F-girls and all that stuff and dumb dating apps? That's how I feel about all that. That's right, Cassandra. Whoop, whoop. But really finding the quality people in your life and believing that you can find these people and the universe will surround you with them. You don't have to search very far. They will totally come into your life because if you trust in God and the universe, a path will be revealed. You just have to put your intention out there that that's what you want. You have to be fully committed because you're not fully committed in finding the right person. You're not going to vibrate on that level to bring that energy in. So you're going to continue find yourself seeking. Woo! So that's what I have for Pisces. Retta, if you're still here, I will pull a card for you since you're new. I'm going to go into personal readings. Oh, cool. Wait. Yes. You need your king to come around. That's right, girl. Okay. Let's see, Marley. Let's see. You've been saying that mantra through. Yes. I love that you've been saying that. Be careful what you ask for, Marley. You got to be ready for it. Welcome it with open arms, Yes, that's right. Mystical Musings, mating season. I call it the dumb edition. I just don't like anything with negativity. And I also have to be careful what I say on YouTube because they will totally flag everything. Okay. So let me burn some sage because I'm just really in that mood tonight. And then I'll go into the personal readings. Mood. You guys, I was having so much fun creating music. It's a lot to learn as far as the software and all the tricks and this and that. But man, you just get in the zone for just a few hours and it's awesome. Ah, yes. I know, Loretta. Remember I was talking about Band of Horses, that song? Took a trip down to Laredo. Oh, this is awesome. I wonder what this looks like in front of my light. You can see that. No, maybe a little bit. Okay, so let me get another deck here. See what I want to do. I'm kind of just feeling called to do all just general readings for everybody tonight because I feel that if love is going to pop out, it's going to pop out since it was in all of the readings. Unless you have a specific question for your personal reading, just go ahead and chime it in the chat. And I'll start with Marley. So let me know. I'll give you a second to chime in if you want while I shuffle the cards. Ooh. I'm just going to make a judgment call for you, Marley. I think it's love. Okay, this is hilarious, Marley. I love it. Okay, so the first card that popped out was All Is Well. Okay, so the archangels are saying everything is happening exactly how it's supposed to. and hidden blessings that you will soon understand. Okay. And this is the hilarious thing, is the relationship harmony card popped out right behind it. I mean, it literally did not want to stay in the deck. It was like, I'm out. And it's all about any kind of arguments or anything that's happened behind the scenes or happened in the past. The angels are working behind the scenes right now to mend those relationships, to either move forward into another relationship or in another path, or heal the wounds that you've had with somebody in the past. And so the card that popped out, again, these three cards popped out together. I only wanted to pull one card from this deck, but three came out. And the patience card. So it's all about planting the seed, nurturing it, letting it grow, letting it beautifully pierce through the soil and start to grow up and build into this beautiful, beautiful plant. And remember, the last thing on a tree is to bear fruit. So you can't give up on the 11th hour. You have to keep pushing forward, okay? So let's see. I want to see if there's any other messages for you. Yes, going to Laredo would be super cool. I haven't been down to Texas in a hot minute. This card, this is the third or fourth time, believe in the impossible. You guys, I love how the synergy and all the signs of what we need to focus on, it's all about, because we're all little tidbits of the collective, right? So it's interesting how believing in the impossible, let's see what comes out behind it, Marley. If the spouse card pops out, I'm seriously going to just like fall on the floor laughing. No, but love life popped out, girl. That is hilarious. Okay, so whatever you're doing, that magic you're working on with all of those mantras, it is happening. It is coming to fruition. You're going to see signs of it this week. Don't give up in the 11th hour. Remember, the last thing that a tree bears is fruit. And that's when people mostly give up, when they're waiting for the fruit to bear. But once it bears, it'll be great. And if the fruit is rotten, it will fall to the ground and you'll know. Okay, so believe in the impossible, believe in gravity, and believe in that the universe has your back. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh, all right. Yes. All right. Your overall message, Marley, is to daydream. Woo. Daydream. Check out this angel. She's daydreaming. She's got some incense going. You know there's going to be a plate of fruit and cheese coming around the corner for her. You know what I mean? Some grape leaves fanning her. So getting into that daydream energy, which you're already doing. So keep the magic flowing. Keep it going. Keep it flowing. Don't let any thoughts step into your path this week, Marley. So that's what I have for you. I know. I'm a Pisces moon. I'm right there with you, girl. I love to daydream. I can make up movies all day long in my mind. Bill, yes. Can you feel the love tonight? That's right. Simba Nala. You're welcome, Marley. That's awesome. You'll have to keep me posted. Okay. Woo, you guys. It's getting good and spicy. Okay. So, Cassandra, what's going on? Chica Bonita. I love how everyone's from a different state in here. No one's from Chicago. You guys are all from different states. I love it. Yes, love is in the air. I can feel it. Oh, Cassandra, remember who you are. The angels are saying you are a divinely source of love. And when you remember who you are a powerful gift and creator. And you have so much to share the world. And once you realize this, you're going to pull more love into your life. You guys, this is love theme. General readings, aka Love is in the Air readings on January 11th, 2021. So let's see what the other messages are. Okay, so this is interesting. So the card popped out. I don't know if you can read it. You are good enough. You need to know that you're good enough to move forward. You need to remember who you are. I feel like maybe this week it could be really easy to get lost in old patterns, old thought processes. There's going to be a lot of crazy astrology the next couple weeks. It's advised to stay in our power and our energy of what makes us feel good. So the monk or nun card popped out. So if you need to go within and spend time alone or spend a day in bed or nap on the couch with pizza. Ooh, pizza sounds really good right now. And just really like catch up, whatever it takes to make you feel good, to ground yourself, to get back into this, that's who you are. And if that, and it could also be, you know, going out in nature. And I don't know if it's safe to go out for hikes by yourself in Colorado. I mean, I always like to be with people, but if there's something you can do on your own out in nature to kind of reconnect and ground yourself, I'm really sensing a lot of pine trees around you. I'm seeing a beautiful stream. I'm seeing you sitting there just enjoying the peace and remembering, yes, you are good enough. You have all this awesomeness going on for you. And whatever's happened in the past or recently this week, you really need to tune in that energy because you might have some tests that come up, because when we learn lessons, the universe will always give us tests to make sure that we've learned it. I'm totally cool with no more tests. I think I said that a year ago, or maybe it was last April when I first started this show or one of my other shows. Totally fine with no more tests, you know? So let's see what your overall message is. Okay. Oh, yes. It says reward yourself. Look at this beautiful card. Pay attention to what your inner child wants and what makes it happy. And when I say inner child, some people are like, what does that mean? It's really just saying what really gets you in that giddy emotion or emotion of, you know, coloring, creating, running, you know, frolicking in the waves and playing in the waves, you know, just kind of just like going with the flow, with the tide, you know. And this card says, it's interesting. I'll read it. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Okay. So that's just why it's saying you are good enough to receive. You need to remember that you are good enough to receive energy you're giving out. You don't want to be out of balance. I see a lot of my friends who are in relationships who are giving too much, and I can sit there and I'm just like watching it unfold. And I'm like, oh, this isn't going to end well, because one person's giving too much, the other one isn't receiving. The same thing internally. If you're giving too much, you're not receiving too much. You need to balance that out, okay? It says, make time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance is giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistent level high. Interesting. I just went through the whole thing of the equal give and take, and I don't really read these cards. I just kind of look at the pictures and get my messages because it's just a confirmation of the message. But when I read it and it says everything I just said or highlights the same keywords, it's a huge message. So you really need to focus in on making yourself feel good and remember that you are good enough to move forward, girl. Yes, safe is a relative word. Oh, cool. You're decorating your new house? That's awesome. Wait, were you in that? You were in that house on Christmas when we were FaceTiming with you, right? I think we were. And then you hopped on another call and you left Nikki and I hanging for the rest of the night. I'm just kidding. Cool. Okay. I hope that made sense. So, all right, we will go on to Nikki. All right, Nikki. Ooh, I'm going to start with this deck first. The angels are like, I've been doing a lot of work with Archangel Michael lately and clearing out a ton of energy, and it's been awesome. You guys, this card has come out again. Remember who you are. All right. I think what's happening to everyone who's getting this card is this card is popping out because Archangel Michael, and this is actually Archangel Michael card, which is hilarious. I just said his name and it popped out. It's all about, I think that there's so much going on right now and so much deception and things that are so negative. It's hard for us to even remember that we're humans and souls living a human lifestyle, right? We're not cattle. We're not sheep being herded into this thing of this is where we're going to live our life. So I feel like we all, you guys are here. You guys are all light workers in your own way. Light workers, starseeds, whatever you want to label yourself, whatever it is, it's all light. You are all light and you're here for a reason. And so we need to remember we came down here out of like 7.8 billion people on the planet. We came down here lucky enough to have this life, and we need to shine our light. we need to remember that we have our own inner light. We don't need to find it outside of ourselves. And if we have a problem and we can't remember finding it within ourselves, we need to do some inner work, right? Do things that make you happy. Do some pour painting, you know, not pour like a pour popper, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like Nikki knows what I'm talking about. And getting into that energy. Yeah, whatever that means, Bill. Whose name is on the top of what board? The vision board? Oh, I have a feeling I know. And it's not Bill. I bet it has something to do with God and the universe, honestly. Okay, so another card that popped out for you, Nikki, is clairvoyance. So this is a really cool card. I love this card because it has his wand and it's very powerful. It goes all the way up the different chakras, right? And represents the chakras. And see how his hand is on his heart and it's illuminating, and also around his head and more specifically his forehead. Clairvoyance is all about seeing with your third eye and trusting your heart. I read something today, which is funny. I probably saw it on TikTok. And it said something that, oh no, I saw it on YouTube when I was creating music, because I was creating 446 or 452 megahertz. That's why it was taking so long for me to figure out where the tones were. And it said that we have been listening to music that's keeping us more in our head, and it makes us separate our mind and our heart when we need to be leading with our heart all the time. That doesn't mean we're not cognizant on what's going on with our mind and what's going on in the outside world, but leading with the heart, moving forward, right? So let's see what else. Okay, and it says work through your fears, which this is a Scorpio. So if you have a Scorpio around you, you might want to ask them to help work through your fears of whatever this is. Let me get some more clarification on that, Nikki. You guys, how many times has this spouse card popped out? 3, 4? I think this is the 4th time. So I feel that maybe there's a little bit of fear of when you're shining your light out in the world. Sometimes when you're with people or you're in a relationship, you kind of dim your light because you're scared that what you say, or you might speak up for yourself, that you may be, maybe a trigger for you to feeling like you're not good enough to speak up for what your thoughts are and whatever. And your feelings, but you need to work through these fears and bring them up, because by clearing out that energy, you're opening up the level of a beautiful, beautiful, loving relationship with someone who could end up being your spouse or your partner, whatever you want to label it. But in order to move to this next level, even if it's like very, very in the beginning stages, you need to work through these fears now. Because if you don't speak up for yourself now, how are your needs going to be met if you don't communicate them, right? So I really feel like, especially with Beach Balanced Life and conscious communication, it's all about really just having the courage to to say, this is how I feel, this is what I want. And if this is what you're looking for, then awesome. Make sure you're vocalizing that, that's cool. The 4th, it's meaning something. Yes, exactly. Laredo Retta, Lynn. Don't worry, I'm still going to pull a card for you, girl. Okay, Nikki. I love this card. Okay, this card is beautiful. It says release and surrender. So your guides and the universe is telling you, you know who you are. You need to just get back in that space of remembering that what's going on. And I'll read this to you. It says, we angels shower you with blessings and our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held so tightly gripped within your hands, aka working through your fears. Open your hands and arms and heart to our love and assistance. So when you feel like you're in a situation or you're trying to communicate or speak up for something that you really believe in, that's bothering you, or that you want, or that you just really want things to move, whatever this is, ask your angels for assistance. Say, you know, I need help with this. I need a sign. I need some dialogue. You would be surprised how quickly that'll come in. You'll hear a song. You guys know this. I always get messages from songs, and I was humming a song today. I don't even know what it was. It was from just like some channel, like on Amazon, from one of the channels from Mumford and Sons or Milky Chance or something like that. But as a song, when I hear it, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to look at the lyrics. But I think the lyrics had something to do with the wait is almost over. Like I kept hearing that in my head, but it was like the tune and I could hear the vocals, everything. So I feel like listen to music and that's what's going to give you the quickest message. Unless you're out and about and you're like, you know, communicating with people and you're hearing conversations, that also helps too. So that's what I have for you, Nikki. Woohoo! Oh, girl. Oh, girl. I love it. I hope that resonated. Okay. All right. Bill, just because you're such a gentleman, I'm going to have you go last. I'm going to pull a card for Retta Lynn, since she's new, and I hope you come back every Monday at 7:30. We're here. Such a fun little group. We have fun all the time. And let me see. I'll use a deck that I haven't even touched tonight. Okay. All right, so... how cool. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card so I can get a whole message, and then I'll show you the cards. Interesting. Okay, so the cards that have popped out is I have Medicine Woman, you know. I'm thinking of like, oh my gosh. What's the song? By ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, Evil Woman. But no, I'm hearing Medicine Woman. And then I have Guiding Children. So here's the Medicine Woman card that I pulled for you. And it's basically just saying you're divine channeler. You're there. You're already tapped in, tuned on, everything. Awesome. I'm happy about that. That's so cool. But you're like already tapped in, tuned on. You're already in the universe. You get it. You know, you're awake. You know exactly where you need to go. And the cool thing is with the Guiding Children, it says that, I don't know what you do for a living, but I feel like you have a really good energy around you. And when you talk to people, you have a really nice motherly energy that makes people feel comforted. And that is such a gift, because that means that you are on the right path of really just tuning into your gifts and knowing that you have this beautiful healing power. Like this card says, you are a channeler of divine healing power, the Medicine Woman. And look how magical she is. She's literally conducting lightning. This is like the magician in the traditional tarot. You have all the resources to make the magic, and you know exactly what you need to do to make the magic. And so I feel like you have a really beautiful energy because you just know how to use it. You know what I mean? You know exactly. And this is cool too. So the knighthood card popped out. So once you're a knight, you're always knighted. When you're knighted, you're knighted. You've already completed this task of where you are going as far as spirituality and knowing who you are in life. And you are sitting there standing in this energy of like, psh, I got this. I'm on top of everything. You know, everything's awesome. And I'm in control of everything in my life. I know how to use my intuition and the magic around me in a good, positive way to protect the kingdom, right? So I'm going to pull one more card for you, because I mean, that's not saying you're a knight and you're not a queen, because I know you're a queen, because you're looking for your king. And you know what? Believe me when I say, when the king comes, he's already been knighted and he is graduated to kingdom, okay? All right, your overall message is ground yourself, all right? So when you're feeling detached from your body, feeling, you know, a little bit just head in the clouds, nothing wrong with that. I'm a Pisces moon, I get it. I know Marley does too. But it's all about grounding yourself and making sure that, you know, I mean, I don't really feel like this is as strong as talking about you being a very magical and like an alchemist. So maybe that's why you need to ground yourself. Maybe you have so much electricity going on around you that you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just need to chill for a minute. So step into that energy, and it's really going to help you keep manifesting. Girl, I feel like you're on a roll. Whatever you're doing, it is awesome. It is awesome. Okay. All right. Last but certainly not least is the 6-foot+ Scorpio in the house tonight. Bill. Okay. I'll lead off with the angel cards. Okay. Oh my God, you guys, I'm not kidding you. Remember who you are. Again, is this the 4th or 5th time this card has popped out? This is insane. 444. You know what it is? That's an angel number. We're surrounded by angels right now. Like, this is an angel night. I love it. I love it. Okay, so again, back to the whole conversation of we came down here to shine our light, and we need to remember this week. You need to remember this week to tap into that, especially when you're being pulled in different directions and you feel that there's so much chaos going around you. You need to remember to stand in your power like a king, right? Use a staff. Like, this is interesting. So in this picture, this is actually a sword, Archangel Michael's sword. And Archangel Michael is very much on communication, which that's why I love him so much. Is he literally cuts to the chase. And you guys know how I like to cut to the chase. He gets things taken care of. If there's bad energy around, call upon Archangel Michael. He'll totally literally take a sword and you just chop all the cutting cords, whatever it takes to get negative energy around you, to surround yourself in a beautiful, protective blue light so you can stand in your own power and shine your light. So let's see. Yes, 444. Okay, Retta. So everyone calls you to help them with something going on, and then their kids call you. Oh my God, that's awesome. Make sure you're balancing the energy. I think that's why you need to stay grounded. Okay, Bill, let's see. Interesting. Finances popped out. And also the high priest or priestess, in your case, the priest. So I feel that remembering who you are, knowing that you have the financial security, and whatever you're planning financially, I would suggest not sharing it with anybody, what your plan is, especially people who could influence it, that people don't know you. You need to only pay attention to your intuition, and that's it. Don't start asking everybody around about your business plan or whatever. Make sure you're keeping that yourself, because what happens is that plan starts to dilute and then you don't actually do it. Interesting. I'm going to pull another card too. You're the medicine man or woman. You guys, these cards, I can't believe how these decks are intertwining with themselves, because I don't really ever use, this is the past lives deck. I've used this a couple of months ago. I remember, Bill, you saying you like this deck. But medicine man, pay attention to your dreams. This is a dream catcher in here. And also the dreams that they're having around the dream catcher. The dream catcher obviously filters the negative energy. So make sure that that you're paying attention to the positive message and you're not being bamboozled by people around you. I don't even know why. I haven't said that word in ages. Bamboozled. But that's coming up. So the energy is gaining momentum. So whatever it is you're planning and whatever is going on with your finances, or you're building a solid foundation to move forward, keep your cards close to your chest this week, because it's really important to not share your ideas, that's a strong message. And so, okay, so energy work, this was the collective reading, energy work. So I'll read this to you. And almost look at how beautiful this angel is. It's she's angels we have heard on high, you know what I mean? Sweetly singing over the plain. And it says, Life can be electrifying because it is the very essence of energy. Okay. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and your heart are activated to give healing energy to those loved ones around you. So I feel that this would, yes, it does. I was getting ready to say, I feel like you should do some Reiki, get some Reiki this week, or even do a salt float. But yeah, it does look like she's in a salt cave. So that's what's going to tune you into that high priest power, that emperor power, that, you know, standing in your truth and knowing that you don't have to tell everybody what's going on. You know what's going on, and you may be going through a transformation this week that's more about not necessarily physical finances, but finances, it's just energy anyway. So when people figure out that money is just an energetic exchange, you see how fast it comes in and comes out. So I really feel that these cards are just saying that you know who you are. And I think that you know that you have this beautiful emperor energy, and you're building a solid foundation. I'm seeing with the medicine man or woman, this could be building a foundation with somebody like a medicine man, and you're looking for your medicine woman, or you're going to start commingling things. And that's why it says the energy is gaining momentum, because I feel like things are moving forward in that direction for you. And yeah, I think that in order for you to stay grounded and focused and not get into the human mind of overthinking, go get some energy work done this week. So go get a massage, go for a salt bath, go get some Reiki, or even a hypnosis or something like that. I think that's what's really going to work for you. So I just pulled one more card for you because I felt, and the angels got they got your back. They have your back. They're really working on you right now. They're working with you, and that's why they don't want you to reveal any of your plans, because they're not finalized. So that's what I have for you, Bill. Oh, Retta, you're always giving support to someone who is hurting your mom. Wait, I'm always giving... Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. You do have something special. We all do, and we're all tapping into it, and we're all learning to do it, right? In different levels in our life. We're all on our own path. I don't really need that ice cube. Fell on the floor. Rub it in. No, it's right in my plant. Okay. Woo. Yeah, so that's what I have for everybody tonight. You guys, what an awesome night. Let me make sure I got everyone's reading. Awesome, cool. I'm so happy you guys joined. I hope that you enjoyed it. I mean, every Monday night's different. Sometimes I'm spicy, and sometimes I'm more laid back, and sometimes I'm more in the angelic realm. I think tonight might be a mixture between more of a spiritual, angelic, Archangel Michael. I've really tapped in with the angels right now. But that's cool, because that's how we can do that whenever. We don't have to label ourselves. That's why I'm saying, if you're a light worker, starseed, Atlantean, whatever, it doesn't matter. What matters is you can literally go from different atmospheres and stay in it, and then go travel and do something else. Like, that's the beauty of our imagination and our intuition, and living in these, like, this 5D whatever that everyone's been talking about. But really, it's our upper chakras, because I think there's 12 chakras, and we only really focus on 7 of them. The top 5 above our head really tap into metaphysics and things like that. Oh, I love you too. Enjoy your week, Mystical Musings. Thank you for the eucalyptus. It smells beautiful in my room. I put it by my humidifier, and it's just like, literally, it smells lovely. Cassandra, you're the best. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm so happy you guys joined. I had an awesome time reading for you. 444 is very strong. Obviously, 111 for today. Make sure that you are putting your intentions out on the new moon on Wednesday. and you're releasing them out, planting the seeds, releasing out to the universe what you want to manifest this next lunar cycle, because it's really going to help you. And it's just going to, plant the seeds. That's right. Mystical musings. You guys bring so many good vibes. Thank you, Marley. You bring good vibes too. Everyone does. And I'm so happy you all joined. I will see you guys on next Monday. And if you're bored, head over to TikTok, because I've got some cool readings over there. And I've already been Bill already told me, he's like, that's like on point, all my readings over there. So it's really cool. They're all like minute or less, super fun. But yeah, I will, I'm just totally just like vibing right now. So thank you. You guys are awesome. Have a great night, and I will talk to you all later. Bye guys. Yes. See you on TikTok. Oh, Marley, I see you liking the videos. You're awesome. Chica bonita. Cool. All right, you guys, I will see you next week. And until then, I'll catch you on the next wave. Make sure you stay in the dolphin energy and have some fun this week. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.